All right, so today we're going to turn the lens back on ourselves, on the kind of content that, let's be honest, we've all gotten lost in. We're going to deconstruct the anatomy of one of the most successful, most addictive video formats out there, the top 10 list. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start with a little puzzle. What could something like this, just pure unfiltered outrage in a courtroom, possibly have in common with, well, pictures like this one? You know, the kind that just completely bend your brain and make you second-guess what you're even seeing. And, get this, the official, super detailed, almost secret protocols for what happens when a monarch dies. Come on, they seem totally unrelated, right? You've got a wild outburst, a brain-melting illusion, and a formal state procedure. What's the connection? Well, believe it or not, they're actually all key ingredients. They are three powerful, distinct, and psychologically potent hooks that, when you mix them together in a list format, create videos that are pretty much impossible to turn off. And today, we're going to break down exactly how that formula works. Okay, let's start with hook number 1, extreme emotion. This one taps into something really primal in all of us, right? That irresistible pull of high-stakes human drama. So check out this moment from a video about convicts reacting to life sentences. It's not just some vague description of anger. No, it's a specific, violent, and frankly, almost unbelievable act. It's raw, it's real, and bam, you are instantly hooked. You gotta see what happens next. So what's the deal? Why are we so drawn to stuff like this? Well, it's because it gives us a front row seat to this incredibly intense, real-world drama that we would never want to be a part of, but we just can't resist watching from a safe distance. Think of it like the ultimate reality TV, just with way, way higher stakes. And what's really fascinating here is how the top 10 format actually puts a structure on what seems like pure chaos. You start to see a predictable pattern, right? First, the sentence gets delivered. Then, you get the emotional reaction. That escalates into something physical, throwing chairs, fighting with deputies, and it all ends with them being forcibly removed. It's a mini story, a narrative arc that gets repeated over and over, and it becomes incredibly compelling. All right, on to our second hook. This one is all about hijacking your brain's curiosity. It's what I call the perception puzzle. It basically poses a question that your brain just has to know the answer to. Just take a look at this image. What do you see? For just a split second, your brain probably sees a boat just floating in midair. And that doesn't make any sense, right? That little moment of confusion, that cognitive dissonance, it grabs your attention immediately.
And then you get the reveal, and it's so satisfying. No, it's not floating. It's just the boat's shadow on some crazy clear water. That aha moment when the puzzle finally clicks into place, that's like a little dopamine hit for your brain. It feels good.
You can see this same mechanic at play here. On the left, you've got the illusion that makes you do a total double take. And the reveal on the right, it's not just a correction, it's the reward. The satisfaction comes from finally seeing the trick and then, more importantly, understanding how it worked. So what this hook does essentially is it creates what you could call a cognitive itch. The image gives you a puzzle, and the video promises to scratch that itch for you. So you're psychologically compelled. You have to keep watching just to get that sweet, sweet satisfaction of the reveal. And that brings us to our third and final hook. And this one might be the most sophisticated of all. It's all about bringing order from chaos. It's about taking a huge, complicated, even messy topic and making it feel simple, structured, and totally understandable. Okay, think about something as massive as the death of a monarch. It's a world-changing event with just endless complexities. But these videos, they give us a simple, powerful way in. A code phrase. London Bridge is down. And just like that, this absolutely monumental event is anchored to something we can actually wrap our heads around. And the simplification just keeps going. This abstract, huge period of national mourning, it becomes a solid number, 12 days. Our brains just love information that's finite and quantifiable. It takes this overwhelming concept and neatly puts it into a manageable box for us. And then, what does it do? It lays out a crystal clear timeline. Suddenly, one of the biggest historical transitions in a generation is just a simple, step-by-step plan. You don't have to be a royal expert at all. The list format just holds your hand and guides you through the whole thing, making you feel super informed and, in control. And this technique, it also works perfectly for all those massive cascading consequences. Every huge ripple effect. We're talking politics, new currency, the national anthem changing. Each one is just presented as a neat little bullet point. It really is the ultimate example of bringing order to chaos. And again, it leaves you, the viewer, feeling like you totally get it.
Okay, so there you have it, our 3 key ingredients: raw human emotion, a brain-teasing puzzle, and the beautiful structure of order from chaos. So now let's put it all together and see what the final formula looks like. And here it is, the whole engine laid out for you. I think the really crucial takeaway here is how these hooks all work together. A video might grab you with that raw emotion, then it holds your attention with a perception puzzle, and it leaves you feeling satisfied by breaking down a really complex topic. The best of the best, the most viral videos, they often blend all 3.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. A viral top 10 video is not just a random list of clips. Not at all. It's basically a masterclass in applied psychology. It's engineered to take you on a journey that is perfectly optimized for the algorithms that reward one thing above all else: pure, uninterrupted watch time.
So the next time you find yourself clicking on one of these videos, and you will, you'll know exactly what's going on under the hood. And that leaves us with a question, right? Now that you can see all the gears turning, will it make these videos less compelling? Or will you just have a whole new level of appreciation for the craft behind them?